Welcome
Hey,
to the 48WS podcast, where we break down the strategies that help construction supply companies grow stronger, scale smarter, and stay competitive in a digital first world. Today, we're diving into one of the most overlooked but highest ROI opportunities in the industry, SEO. We'll explore why search engine optimization is uniquely powerful for construction suppliers, from increasing visibility with contractors and procurement teams to capturing high intent buyers right when they're searching for materials, tools, and equipment. And we'll hear how the leadership team at 48WS, Dan Tsujioka and Rick Gagnon, along with their SEO specialists, Cody Barnes and Heather Ryerson, leverage nearly 3 decades of web design and digital strategy experience dating all the way back to 1997 to help construction supply companies dominate their online presence. Let's get into it.
you know what's crazy? Your construction supply companies could be supplying building materials for the next amazing projects in the world, but you're invisible online. You might as well supply products for castles in the air.
That's absolutely right. And what's fascinating is over 70% of contractors now start their research online before they even think about picking up the phone.
Well, wait a minute. 7 out of 10?
Yes, and that's why SEO has become absolutely crucial for construction supply companies. Not just a marketing tactic anymore. It's a core business tool.
So, what exactly makes SEO so important for construction supply companies specifically?
Well, think about it. Before a client walks onto your site or calls your office, they're going to Google you. If you're not visible in those search results, you're losing leads to competitors who are.
And I imagine this is specifically true for local searches, right?
Exactly. Local SEO is absolutely crucial. When someone searches for construction supplies near me or building materials in their city, you want to be right there at the top.
And you know what's interesting? I read that 68% of contractor searches happen on mobile devices.
That's a crucial point. If your website isn't mobile optimized, potentially losing more than two-thirds of your potential customers right off the bat.
Well, let's talk about what makes a good construction supply website. What are some of the key elements?
First and foremost, you need fast hosting. The research shows that site speed is a major ranking factor for Google.
What else?
You need an SSL certificate for security, a good content management system, and a fast loading theme. These technical elements form the foundation of your SEO strategy.
Well, speaking of foundations, let's talk about 48WS. They've been in web design since 1997, right?
Yes, and that's what's remarkable about them is their specialized focus on industrial distributors. They've developed a custom database with over 400,000 products for more than 1,000 manufacturers.
Wow, now that's impressive. Now, how does that help with SEO?
It's all about rich, relevant content. Each product page is an opportunity to rank for specific keywords that your customers are searching for.
So when we talk about SEO, it's not just about keywords or blogs. The website itself plays a huge role, right?
Absolutely. One of the biggest advantages of a 48WS website is that the SEO isn't just an afterthought. It's built directly into the structure of the site. Every website is designed to be Google friendly from day one. That means your sitemap is properly submitted, your pages are mapped to the search engine, and your entire site is structured in a way that helps Google understand exactly what you sell.
So the site is basically engineered to be visible.
And here's where it gets even more powerful. Product pages are designed to be recognized by vendor name, product name. For construction supply companies, that's huge. Contractors and procurement teams often search by very specific terms, model numbers, manufacturer names, exact product line. Your site is built so those terms appear naturally thousands of times across your catalog.
That's an impressive advantage over sites that just link instead of link outs to manufacturers.
Right. A lot of companies rely on external links to manufacturer websites. But That does nothing for your own SEO. Google rewards sites that contain their own product data, not ones that send users somewhere else. 48WS sites use very few external links because they don't help your visibility. Instead, the focus is on building your authority, your products, your pages, and your presence.
So your site really becomes a real asset, not just a digital brochure.
And because the keywords, vendor names, and product names are already built into the structure, you're not stuck paying for expensive AdWord campaigns just to get found. The visibility comes from the way the site is built. It's a long-term SEO strategy that keeps working for you.
You know, what's fascinating? The construction industry used to rely entirely on referrals and physical signage.
Right? And while those still play a role, the digital landscape has completely transformed how construction supply companies need to market themselves.
And let's talk about content strategy. What kind of content should construction supply companies be creating?
They need a mix of product pages, educational content, and local focused landing pages. Each piece should target specific keywords their customers are using.
And how do we identify those keywords?
Tools like Google Keyword Planner, SEMrush are essential. You want to find both service-specific and location-based keywords that your target audience is actually using.
What about the psychological aspect of website design? How does that play into SEO?
Studies show that 75% of users judge a company's credibility based on the website design alone. It's not just about ranking, it's about converting visitors into customers.
Wow, now that's a huge percentage.
And it makes sense when you think about it. If someone's going to trust you with a major construction project, you need to trust your online presence first.
So let's talk about local SEO specifically. What strategies work best?
The key is optimizing your Google business profile and creating location-specific landing pages that want to appear in those near me searches.
And reviews play a big role in that, right?
Absolutely. Customer reviews not only improve your local search rankings, but also build trust with potential clients.
What about technical SEO? What about companies focus on first?
Mobile responsiveness is crucial, given that 68% of searches are mobile. Then focus on site speed, proper indexing, schema markup.
And what is schema markup? Can you explain that?
It's code that helps search engines understand your content better. For construction supply companies, it can highlight things like product availability, prices, and reviews.
And let's talk about measuring success. What metrics should companies track?
Key metrics include organic traffic growth, local search visibility, conversion rates, and most importantly, actual leads and sales generated through the website.
And how often should companies be updating their SEO strategy?
SEO isn't a one and done thing. It requires regular monitoring and adjustment based on performance data and changing search trends.
And how about backlinks? How important are they?
They're crucial. Getting links from reputable industry sources, local business directories, and trade associations can significantly boost your search ranking.
And content updates? How often should companies be adding new content?
Regular content updates signal to search engines that your site is active and relevant. Aim for at least monthly updates with high quality relevant content.
And then let's talk about common mistakes. What should companies avoid?
The biggest mistake is using generic templates and stock photos. Your website needs to showcase your actual project's product.
That makes sense. Authenticity matters.
Exactly. And another common mistake is neglecting mobile optimization. Remember that 68% statistic we mentioned earlier.
And what about social proof? How does that factor in the SEO?
Customer reviews, testimonials, case studies not only help with SEO, but also build trust with potential clients.
And project portfolios, huh? Those must be important.
High quality photos of completed projects with detailed descriptions help both SEO and conversion rates.
Let's talk about the future. What SEO trends should construction supply companies watch for?
Voice search optimization is becoming increasingly important, as are video content and virtual showrooms.
Interesting. Any other emergency trends?
AI-powered chatbots and personalized content experiences are becoming more common in the construction supply industry.
Well, let's wrap up with some action items. What should companies do first?
Start with a technical SEO audit. Optimize for mobile and ensure your Google business profile is complete and accurate.
And then?
Focus on creating high quality, relevant content and building local citations and backlinks.
Okay, any final thoughts for our listeners?
Remember that SEO is a long-term investment. It takes time, but the results are worth it.
And speaking of investments, let's talk about 48WS specifically.
Yes, their team brings over 100 years of combined construction supply industry experience, which really sets them apart in the web design space.
And they can get a website up and running quickly, huh?
Within 48 hours, actually, their custom database and template system makes it incredibly efficient.
Now that's an impressive speed.
And they handle all product maintenance and updates, which is crucial for keeping your SEO fresh and relevant.
Well, this has been incredibly informative. Any final words for our listeners?
Yes, if you're ready to transform your construction supply company's online presence, reach out to Dan at 48ws.com. Their experience since 1997 speaks for itself. Or if you just want to learn more about how our websites are uniquely tailored to ensure your website's top position on search engines, head over to our website at 48ws.com to learn more.
Perfect. Thanks.
That wraps up today's episode of the 48WS podcast. If you're in the construction supply space and you're ready to increase your visibility, strengthen your digital footprint, and turn your website into a true revenue-generating asset, the team at 48WS is here to help with decades of experience in a proven SEO framework built specifically for your industry. They're ready to take your online presence to the next level. To learn more or to start a conversation, reach out directly to Dan at 48ws.com. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you in the next episode.